In this video, you'll learn about rates and unit rates. Let's get some definitions down. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers. So I can write ratios like this. I could say 5 to 8 using a colon here to separate. Or I could spell out the two, 5 to 8. Or we also can just write it as a fraction. These are three ways that we see ratios. A rate is a ratio comparing numbers with different units. So if I wanted to write a ratio, I could do something like 5 pounds for $8 or something like that. So I'm comparing different units. I'm comparing pounds and dollars. Those are the different units. And then we have unit rates. And a unit rate is a rate that compares to one unit. So we want to have 1 in the denominator there. A very common unit rate that we see would be like the price of gas. So if it's something like $3.40 for 1 gallon. This is a rate because I'm comparing dollars to gallons, but it's a unit rate because my denominator is 1. If I have any rate and I want to change it to a unit rate, all I do is divide the numerator by the denominator. So let's look at some samples. We want to write 3 ratios in simplest form that describe this figure here. So I could say there are 1, 2, 3, 4 white squares to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black squares, but that won't be in simplest form, so I would reduce that to 2 to 3. So for every 2 white squares, there are 3 black squares. Or I could do something like there are 4 white squares to 10 squares total. So if I want to reduce that, that would be 2 to 5. I could also do something like there are 6 black squares to 10 squares total, and that would reduce to 3 to 5. Okay? As you can see, when we are writing ratios as fractions in simplest form, all we're doing is writing that ratio as a fraction and then reducing it as much as possible. And so we'd get 9/27 would reduce down to 1/3. And 12 to 8, that would reduce down to 3/2. If I want to change these rates to a unit rate, right, a skydiver falls 144 feet in 3 seconds. Remember, a unit rate is a comparison to 1. So all I have to do is divide the numerator and denominator by that denominator. 144 divided by 3 gives me 48. So this is 48 feet. And 3 seconds divided by 3 is 1. So 48 feet in 1 second is the unit rate. All right, here's some problems for you to practice on your own. Want to write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form. 24/10. GCF here is just 2, so I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator by 2, and I get 12/5. 48/68. The GCF is 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 68 divided by 4, 17. Finding these last two, 60 cups of water evaporates in 12 days. I want to change that to a unit rate. So 60 cups over 12 days. Divide the numerator and denominator by that denominator. 60 divided by 12, that's going to be 5 cups. 12 divided by 12 in 1 day. This is a unit rate because I'm comparing to 1 unit in the denominator there. And 44 gallons in 6 minutes. Here I'm going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. 6 divided by 6, that's 1 minute. That's what I want in the denominator. 44 divided by 6 is going to be 7 and 1/3 gallons. And it's okay to have this fraction, or if you wrote it as a decimal, okay to have that decimal in the numerator there. And that's rates and unit rates.